Judge Kavanaugh has, as a judge in his opinions, has applied Chevron dozens of times because you have to on the DC Circuit. That's like the bread and butter cases that come before you. As an academic, he has written law review articles where he's pointed out that Chevron is there's no statute, there's no federal statute that says do Chevron, right? It says defer to the agencies if the statute is ambiguous. Instead, it is a judge-made doctrine, and he's written, it's a judge-made doctrine that often transfers power from Congress, which writes the statute, to an administrative agency. And when you're dealing with a judge-made doctrine, he thinks that you have to be very careful, right? Because you don't want to let the judge-made doctrine sort of let the tail wag the dog here, such that the judge is affecting an unauthorized transfer of power from Congress to the agency. Mm-hmm. What that means in practice is that he thinks Chevron needs to be carefully restricted to statutes or areas in which there really is a delegation from Congress to the agency, where Congress is telling the agency, you figure out what the reasonable level of regulation is. And in those contexts, it makes sense, but it does not make sense to find any statute ambiguous, find wiggle room, and let the agency go run with it. What he's pointed out is when you do that, when you let the agencies run with almost any statute, what that results in is administrative agencies that are willing to really push the envelope, right? Because they say, oh, you know what? Any statute can be ambiguous, right? So let's just squeeze whatever policy we can into the statute, and we'll just count on the court to find the statute ambiguous, and then we win. And that happens under, administrations of both parties. That is the natural inclination. If the courts are letting agencies get away with this, they will certainly do it because it is an easy way to put policies through without, going through Congress.